What's up YouTube? Capital G here. So the promised Lyrical Lucinia video. This is a new archetype coming out of Maximum Crisis. If you guys watch the anime, you already know about this archetype like I do. Basically, I guess for anybody who doesn't watch the anime, so Shun, the guy that plays Raid Raptors on the TV show, his little sister is also from the Exceed dimension. Spoiler alert, Lyrical Lucinias are an Exceed-based archetype. She runs this archetype. Actually, those two will end up having a duel, and I don't know, I'm very lukewarm on Lyrical Luscinias because I watched her play them on the show. They seem very anime-ish, and in the sense that like players don't care about advantage. They just want to summon their boss monsters to summon them. They don't put any protection on them. There's no Regekis and like, counterplay. Like they don't use any monster removal and stuff like that. And that kind of made me think, all right, this is more of a casual, anime deck. This is closer to like maybe Super Heavy Samurai, a deck like that. It's not like Fluffles where it's going to be like, yeah, this deck can definitely fuck some people up. I mean, we'll look at the cards because a lot of people wanted me to hold my judgment because they were expecting maybe the cards might get buffed. But from what I've seen, I don't really think they're getting, like, I haven't really seen the buffs. It seems like the same exact cards, although I do believe they have a second Xyz here, and I don't remember this Xyz on the TV show. So that's interesting. And they are going to get a fusion just like Wind Witch got a fusion. It's all related to the anime. Just watch the anime. You'll see the duels and whatnot. Anyways, Lyrical Lucinia Cobalt Sparrow. It's a wing beast. It's level 1. They're all going to be wing beast level 1s because it's like a level 1 base deck. The archetype seems to be wind, which is, I mean, it makes sense because wing beasts like harpies and whatnot, but I don't know. I was kind of hoping it would be like Raid Raptors. I was kind of hoping it would be dark and that you could run like a lure just to blow through your deck since the lure is at 3. You can only use the first effect of Cobalt-Ygo once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can add one level 1 wing beast monster from your deck to your hand. So basically, she is, I guess, like a really bad version of Stratos, at least that first effect, mainly just because it has to be special summoned. I don't really get that. Like Wind Witches just got a Strat or a Deneb, and you just normal summon it and get the effect. So I don't really love that she has to be special summoned. That's just kind of weird to me. There's so many Stratos clones. I don't understand why they would tie that in. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of ways to special summon in this deck. It's just, I don't know, it's just weird. It should have just not had that part into it. It can actually search Raid Raptors. Maybe that's why, because you can search, like, I don't know, Force Tricks if you want to go that route or something. Not Force Tricks, Last Tricks. You can search Last Tricks if you wanted to do that. Maybe run a Lyrical Lucinia Raid Raptor deck. Who knows? Make it a Shun. A Shun loves his sister, Ruri deck. Anyway, second effect is a wind monster Xyz summon using this card on the field as material gains this effect. It cannot be targeted by opponent's effects. I actually like that effect a lot more than the first effect, mainly just because it has to be specialed. But making your monster untargetable seems pretty good. I mean, I think that's going to be one of the things that's like always good in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever. Let's see. We've got Lyrical Lucinia, Sapphire Swallow. I guess they all have colors in their names. They're all attached to like colors and whatnot. Yeah, I remember this one. She definitely summoned this one in the TV show. So it's a win. Okay, I'm not going to go over the attributes and type and whatnot. Again, well, actually, no, this is a reversed of Cobalt. This is 100 attack, 0 defense. You can only use the first effect once per turn. If you control a Wing Beast monster, you can special summon both this card and one level 1 Wing Beast monster from your hand. So this is the card that she used to basically like completely empty out her hand and just go for like a really quick Xyz play. And it does obviously trigger Cobalt Sparrow's effect. The problem is it's mandatory. So you can't just special this. Like you have to special summon something else. So basically you are forced to overextend, because think about it, right? If you have one wing beast on the field, that's one monster. And then if you use this effect, you're summoning 2 more. Like you're basically going a minimum of 3 monsters right there, man. So if you exceed and it gets like Solemn, or if you get Torrential, like rest in fucking pepperonis. I wish she just summoned herself and then you got the option to summon another one, but I don't know. And then the second effect is a wind monster Xyz summoned using this card as a material gains this effect. If it is Xyz summoned, you can target one Lyrical Lucinia monster in your graveyard, attach that monster to it as Xyz material. Yeah, I remember this one too, because I remember, I think she like detached and then she ended up like putting another one back on it or something like that. She definitely used this effect. This effect is okay. It'd be really nice if they gave Lyrical Lucinia as like a hand trap, because then it would guarantee that you get a monster in the graveyard pretty quickly. And then we have Turquoise or Lyrical Lucinia Turquoise Wobbler. What the Wobbler? Okay, this is the lolicon of the arc. Some of them look like lollies and then some of them don't. Like, this one doesn't look like a lolly. This one has like natural curves, so that's definitely not a lolly. This one is definitely the lolly. All right, so this one is 100-100. You can only use the second effect once per turn. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, I guess. Again, overextension for the win. I mean, basically, the concept of this deck, guys, is to summon a whole bunch of level 1 monsters and to make one exceed. The problem is them exceeds ain't broken. They need to be broken. Effect number 2. If this card is special summoned, you can special summon one Lyrical Lucinia monster from your hand or graveyard. That's actually, that triggers the Sparrow effect, and it basically can be, I guess, like a Blizzard or a Wolfbark. That's actually not bad, because if you let's see, if you summon this from the graveyard, you'd actually get the effect. Oh, okay, that's not bad, because yeah, if you get Cobalt Sparrow back from the graveyard, you'd actually end up triggering the effect. Okay, you know what? This might be the best one so far. I think Turquoise Wobbler, Warbler, I don't know how to pronounce that. Warbler might be the best one so far. And then this wasn't really her quote unquote boss monster. I think the fusion kind of was, but this was the one that Ruri kind of went into like immediately to try and like poke Shun for like some quick direct damage. All right, it's a rank 1, okay, 2 or more level 1 monsters, so it's actually generic randomly. This card gains 200 attack for each Exceed material attached to it. If I'm not mistaken, on the TV show, it was only 100 attack, so that's like a mini buff. I honestly thought it should have been 1,000 attack. Like, I think they should have made this card like stupid powerful. Like, if you Exceed summon it with 5 monsters, I think you should just win the duel. And I think it should get like, or I was thinking 1,500 per material. Like, that would be kind of fair, right? If you're using 3 monsters, you should get a 4,500 attack monster. This card can attack your opponent directly. This card with Exceed material can attack the number of times per battle phase, up to the number of Exceed materials attached to it. Okay, never mind. It should probably just have like maybe I give it 800, something like 800. I mean, nah, I need more than that. Give it 1,000. Yeah, no, fuck yeah, 800, because I forget it can attack 3 times. Like, here's really how you do damage with this card. Is on the TV show, she basically summoned a bunch of Lyrical Luscinias, and then she Exceed, and she attacked Shun directly a bunch of times. The problem is, guys, even if you have 3 materials on this, I mean, yeah, she can attack for 1,800 damage, but where the fuck does 1,800 damage get you? I feel like if you're just gonna have that with the first and second effect, like, she needs to like discard a card every time she does battle damage, or like, banish a card on the field non-targeting. Like, that would be some sick shit. Be like, okay, this archetype is going places. But just doing 1,800 damage is not that much, man. And then the third effect is once per turn, each player's turn, you can detach 1 Exceed material from this card. Lyrical Lucina monsters cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Also, you take no damage. These changes last until the end of the turn. So she does protect herself and the archetype, because their monsters are super weak. But you can still be targeted. So you know what I mean? You got to make sure you have that material on her that makes her untargetable. Otherwise, things like Castel are just gonna wreck this shit. I mean, she's not terrible. It's just this 200 attack per material is some bullshit. Like, real talk, they should have made it like, it should have been like, I don't know, I think it should have been like 800, because if I get two materials, that would have made her base stat 1,600, and I would have been able to attack directly for 3,200, which is fair to me. Attacking for over 3,000 is, I mean, yeah, that would have been kind of fair. And if you would have had 3 materials on her, then she'd have been able to deal fucking almost 7,000 or over 7,000 damage, and 7,200, that would have been like almost game. But I mean, honestly, she's the win condition at that point. And then we have the second Exceed. Yeah, I don't remember this on the TV show at all. This is Lyrical Lucinia. Let's see. Recite Starling, or Recite. I think it's Recite Starling. It is 0-100 or 0. I keep saying 0-100. What the hell? 0 attack, 0 defense. 2 or more level 1 monsters. Okay, so she's also generic as well. If this card is Exceed summoned, you can target 1 face-up monster. It gains 300 attack and defense for each material currently attached to this card. I mean, her stats are even better than the other one because, I mean, if you summon her with 2, then at least she's a base 600 attack and defense. Not that terrible. Effect number 2, once per turn, you can detach 1 XP material from this card. Add 1 level 1 Wing Beast monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, searchability. Effect number 3, battle damage you take from this Succeed Summon card is also inflicted to your opponent. To be completely honest, I think I kind of like this card a lot more than this one. It's just like, I don't know, the base stats are better, and she has instant searchability, and she can, I mean, if your opponent tries to run it over, like, I mean, they're going to take battle damage as well. So you guys let me know what you think. We don't know any of the spell and traps yet, although I believe if I just go back and watch the episode, I know Ruri used a couple of spells and traps, not as many as like Ren did, but I'm sure they're going to have some spell and traps. So let me know what you guys think of the archetype already or so far. Again, I do not expect it to be competitive at all. So if you guys are expecting it to be competitive, lower your expectations. I just do not see it going there. Anyways, you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already.